Hey guys, it's Chef Jason Morris, your Ace Hardware grilling expert. We are here just outside Chicago at LaGrange Park Ace Hardware for an amazing day today. I get to hang out with this fine gentleman and do some awesome Traeger cooking. Chad, how are you?
Great, man. Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Give us a little background into what you do for Traeger.
So I joined the brand about 5.5 years ago, and my job with Traeger is to not only work with our ambassador team, but also all of our events, go out and just educate folks on how to use a Traeger and how to get great grilling results.
I love it. And I'll tell you what, Whiskey Bent Barbecue Supply is Chad, and we've cooked together quite a few times.
We have, that's the fun thing about this job. We get to link up with Ace and Traeger and have a good time and teaching folks how to barbecue.
And today we are learning a pretty solid recipe, right?
One of my favorites. So the Traeger's not just for grilling and smoking. I mean, you can bake, you can braise, and we're gonna do some charred Brussels sprouts on it today with some bacon and some croutons. Really delicious side dish, goes with about anything, and anytime you gotta eat greens, nothing wrong with throwing a little bacon in there.
Not at all, right? So awesome. Well, I think it is time to head over, get that ironwood set, and get cooking.
Sounds good to me.
Let's do it. All right, Chad, I gotta be honest with you. This ironwood is absolutely my favorite Traeger model. It is such a workhorse.
It definitely is. I mean, you got so much space in it. Gets up to that 500 degrees. I love cooking on this grill.
Yep. All right, so walk me through how we're gonna get this all set for Brussels sprouts.
All right, so first we're gonna take our reserve blend pellets.
Yep.
Which I was fortunate enough to get to pick that flavor blend for.
I heard that.
Ace. Yeah, so it's really cool to actually be cooking on it and using it.
Right.
So we're gonna get that hopper topped off and filled up.
I got this.
And then this is for the Brussels sprouts. So we're gonna cook this at 500 degrees.
500.
So we're gonna have
okay.
a nice hot fire in there.
Beautiful.
And we're gonna cook these things really nice and quick and with a lot of good wood-fired flavor.
So we'll dial this up to 500, hit enter, hit ignite.
And there we go.
Let it preheat and we're good to go?
Yeah, so we're gonna be about 10, 15 minutes, especially going to that high of a temp.
Yep.
And then we can start rolling.
I love it. Let's go. All right, it is time to get over here and preheat the cast iron.
Yeah, so we've got our grill heating up.
Yep.
We're gonna let the cast iron heat up. One of the reasons I love cooking on cast iron, it's a heat reservoir. So as this is warming up, we're collecting all that heat that we can use all throughout the cook.
I love it. All right, now we got to get back and do a little bit of prep work, chop some Brussels sprouts
Bacon.
while this preheats. Oh, yeah, bacon. Walk us through all the awesome ingredients we've got today.
Yep, so we're gonna start here with Brussels sprouts. So these are gonna be the bottom trimmed off and halved.
Okay.
Then we're gonna move on to our applewood smoked thick cut bacon. Now we have our grated Parmesan cheese. We have thyme, mint shallots, balsamic vinegar, and then we took one French loaf and cut our croutons.
Awesome. I love it. Pretty simple, easy recipe, right?
Absolutely. You mind if I dig in and help you out with trimming those up?
Go for it, man.
Let's do it. As far as this recipe, one of the reasons I like it, we're cooking at a higher temperature, and that char that you get on the Brussels sprouts is so delicious. We're going to hit it with a little bit of that olive oil, and at that higher temp, I really like that. And then when you get to add some saltiness with the bacon, a little bit of saltiness when you top it with the Parmesan cheese.
And bacon croutons? I mean, doesn't get any better than that,
anytime
right?
you can cook bread in bacon fat, it's going to be delicious. So,
and isn't it kind of funny how there's been a resurgence of Brussels sprouts? Like when we were kids, I don't think you could have paid us to eat Brussels sprouts.
Oh gosh, no, not at all, man. And
now all of a sudden,
we love them.
I want a house like all 2 pounds of these.
I know, no, it's really interesting how that has evolved. Another one, asparagus. Were you ever an asparagus guy growing up?
Never.
But man, grilled asparagus, just adding that note of smoke to it is delicious. And then the other thing I like is, how these leaves are falling off?
Yeah.
Oh, I always throw them in to go with the cook because I love them. They're almost like a little Brussels chip.
Yeah. Diva Q and I were talking about those too, and we both said like whenever we go out to eat and get Brussels sprouts, like this is that little nugget of like crispy happiness.
So good, yes.
So next up, we're into bacon cooking in the cast iron.
Yes. So we're gonna throw this in once that cast iron gets good and hot, and sizzle it up till they're done. Pull it off, drain it, and then we're gonna use that bacon fat.
Hope you guys are ready. I hope you're ready because this is a fantastic recipe.
It's gonna be a good time.
Bacon makes everything better.
It does, and so for this recipe, it's gonna allow us to get that bacon fat
that
we need for the croutons, but also it's gonna be an awesome crunchy element on top of the dish.
All right, so we're just gonna dump this in.
Whoa. What? We gotta get it evenly in that pan, man.
All right. So we're trying to render off the fat basically, right? And then that fat's gonna go into the croutons?
Yes, the fat's we're gonna put the croutons in there with the bacon fat.
You're totally speaking my language.
Yep, and the other thing is we didn't really grease this.
Yeah.
because we're gonna get so much fat from the bacon, you don't have to worry about it sticking.
Cool. How long is this going to take us?
That's gonna take us probably 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
We'll just keep an eye on it. When it comes to bacon, I'm a crunchy bacon guy.
I'm a crunchy
especially when it's going on top of a dish. All right, so we're on the same page there.
Yep, we're good.
All right,
let's
let
get
it do its thing.
Yep. All right. I smell the essence of Traeger and bacon.
Yes, it has been about 20 minutes, and this bacon is gorgeous. It is ready to go.
All right.
So we're gonna take
Just the bacon, right?
just the bacon. Gonna leave the fat.
In there. And I think, you know, we were talking a little bit earlier, it's important to know, like, when this bacon comes off, it's still going to shrink a little bit.
Yes, it is. It's gonna shrink. It's gonna crisp up.
That is tasty.
One more. And then another thing we can do is once all this shrinks up,
Yep.
we can chop it a little bit finer if you'd like.
No.
Or we can leave it nice whole bacon bites.
Hey, we're leaving big chunks of bacon. So, all right, so now we let this sit.
Yep.
And then this is our French bread that we took most of the crust off,
Yep.
right? And now we're going in.
Into the bacon fat with it.
Oh, my word.
Yep.
Bacon fat croutons?
If this is wrong, I do not want to be right.
Ever. So how long do we have here now?
It's going to be a couple, probably about 5 minutes.
Okay.
We're just going to look for them to crisp up and give us that crouton crunch. And then we're going to turn them a couple of times just so we get bacon fat all the way around.
Right? Okay. And then we'll head over now and do...
Prep some Brussels, yeah. So we can, when these are done, we can pull them off, throw the Brussels on.
Very cool.
Let's do it.
Okay, so walk me through this.
Brussels sprouts in first.
Got it. And we've got, I think we did what, about 2 pounds?
2 pounds, yeah, 2 pounds of Brussels.
Okay.
Let's go with a little bit of that olive oil.
How much? Just enough to coat?
Enough to coat them, yeah. We don't want them drowning in it.
Right? We don't need to start a fire.
And then let's do some salt and pepper.
All right. How coarse? Just fine?
Fine would be great.
All right.
And then one tip here is be careful on how much of the salt you go with, because remember we got salt
In the cheese?
in the cheese and in the bacon.
Okay,
yeah, so we
perfect.
don't want it to make it too salty.
All right. So
Just
we'll just do a
touch
little
there.
bit.
Yep.
All right. Now?
I'll give that a toss.
Okay.
And then while you're doing that, we'll work in all those herbs at
And
time.
I always like to toss with my hand versus a spoon.
I do
because
too. I feel like you get better coverage.
Well, and I get to see, like, there's not a lot of oil on there, which is kind of the goal of it. We're not
and
trying
that's
to...
the barbecue guy in us
right?
too, you know what I
Well,
mean?
we like to get hands on it. So.
And then I'm going to go shallots.
And I just dice these or mince these kind of fine.
And one thing I like about shallots, I want to get your opinion on it, is, they're not as harsh.
No.
Sometimes it's like a white onion. You got a little bit of sweetness there. It's a calm addition to the dish, and I love it that way.
Very calm. All right, so we've got that set.
We got that, and we're just going to go right here to our pan.
And the beauty of this pan, I'll tell you, I use this pan for everything, fish, vegetables, all of that. That perforated pan allows all 500 degrees to really get in there.
Yeah, and it really, if you're doing something you want charred, you want a little bit of a crust on, it's clutch for that.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay, so next up, we need to get the croutons off, I think you said?
Yep, we're going to get the croutons off. We're going to throw this on. Going to be a seamless transition.
Perfect.
Let's do it.
Let's go. All right, I smell delicious croutons with the essence of bacon.
Yes, there they are. They're nicely browned, ready to go. So we're going to put those aside.
Yep.
We're going to take our Brussels sprouts here, and we're going to throw those on. And we're going to be about 15, 20 minutes.
15, 20 minutes,
Once
okay.
we start to see those char a little bit and wilt, we're going to come back, add a little balsamic vinegar to them.
Finish them off?
Yes, sir.
Love it. All right, it is balsamic time.
Yes, it is.
Oh, look at the char on those guys. So, what do we do? Just drizzle?
Drizzle over the top.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, my word.
Love it.
All right.
And we're going to let that go in for about another 5 minutes.
Just so that glazes up.
Let it glaze up a little bit, then we're going to pull them off and hit them up with some grated Parmesan.
Perfect. All right, I smell these things are, look at that.
Yeah. So these are done.
Yep. Onto the
those
board.
off. Thank you for the assist.
Yeah, gorgeous,
We're going to
right?
take these back over to our table.
Okay.
And go ahead and assemble everything in the cast iron. That's going to be time to eat. We're ready to go.
This smells absolutely fantastic.
So we're just going to start layering these in.
Okay, and what do you want me to do?
So once we get about half of these in, we're going to throw a little bit of
The cheese?
cheese
Croutons?
and bacon in there.
Oh, and croutons too?
Yep.
Love it. And the nice thing is we've got a little barbecue patina from our earlier.
Oh, we do. It's awesome. Barbecue patina, I like that.
Right?
I haven't heard it before, but
You can use it.
Thank you.
I haven't
No
trademarked.
royalties?
I have not trademarked it yet.
Awesome. That is
All right,
so
so
good.
I added the parm, a little bit of these
Yep.
delicious bacon fat croutons, which should be on everybody's salad playlist. All right, and then a little bit of bacon.
Yep.
And you can never have too much bacon, right?
No,
All right.
And then we'll come back.
And then we're doing a repeat on the top layer.
Yep.
right? Get your hands in there.
They've cooled down enough that they're now manageable.
Oh, man.
See, this way you get a little kind of double goodness in every bite, right? By layering it.
And it's okay, like, if we want to hoard this and not share with anyone.
I didn't think we were going to share. This looks like a serving for 2.
I mean, it looks like half and half is pretty solid. All right, and then our final garnish up top, a little more cheese. And again, you know, we always say as much or as little as they want, but we'll put our croutons up top as well. And I love the tip that you pointed out. We didn't have to season it a lot because we've already got salt in the bread, we've got salt in the bacon, we've got salt in the cheese. All right, that final little garnish of cheese, Brussels sprouts, look and smell fantastic.
They do. I think we outkicked our coverage with this dish. It is really, really good. But if you love this one,
I do.
Gotta check out that reverse sear recipe. Those things pair so well together.
That reverse sear is fantastic. And you can grab that recipe and the Brussels sprouts recipe if you subscribe to our Ace Hardware YouTube channel. Now, I don't know if you know, but we have a tradition. At the end of these videos, we do a little quality control to make sure that it's, you know, fantastic. That's the whole
reason we did it, right?
So, I mean, I don't know. I don't need a fork. Do you need a fork?
I'm going to go in with a little bit of crunchy. So I think I got a little bit of all the essentials.
Well, I'm going to take a sprout and a little bacon. Dude. Money.
So good, man.
Thanks for watching.